presenting his speech from Advanced Communication Manual. The title of his speech is Going Beyond Our Club. The timings are 10 to 15 minutes. He has done Advanced Communication Bronze, Advanced Leadership Bronze, and mashallah, he is on the way to becoming the DTM soon. He has done his graduation from NED University in Civil Engineering and pursuing his Masters from the same university. Please help me welcoming Toastmaster Aqeel Siddiqui.
Is it visible? Yes. Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests, and honorable guest, DTM Kalia. I'm very honored that this is the third time a DTM is evaluating me, because the first time DTM Mazajami evaluated me, the second time DTM Zafar Iqbal, the president of Professional Toastmaster Club, and this is time for DTM Kalia. As we all just got to know that I'm giving a speech from Successful Club series from ALB. I haven't done ALB actually. I'm doing ALB. It's my last project. And my name is Muhammad Aqeel Sadiq and ACDCM. So, why Going Beyond Club? What is that? The first time I presented my project about evaluate to motivate, how many of you were present? Just raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 all. The majority actually didn't see what I just presented. So the first time the evaluate to motivate actually was recommended by the ex-VP Education, Toastmaster Abdul Rafiq, competent communicator, and this time the secretary of the club, Toastmaster Iram, actually recommended me to present this one for our club. Now let's see what's behind. As you can know, that I'm from the old tradition one, not the pathways. I'm doing SES and ALB right now. This is the last project of ALB. And here are the projects that you have to, there are 32 projects in which I have to select 4. This is my second project from Successful Club series, and I haven't done anything from Leadership Excellence series and Bennett Speaker series. So Going Beyond Club is one of the projects that I have selected. Now, by the way, my main project is about Going Beyond Club. And what is this? What is about how to connect with the clubs outside from own club and how to become distributed. I also couldn't resist to add some slides from other projects like keeping the commitment. It was very wonderful to add some of them because it was very necessary, and I thought that it should be necessary. So I will be going a little bit fast so that I cover both of them. This is the slide I showed the previous one. This is very mesmerizing. That's why I kept it again. This is a typical Toastmaster meeting that usually happens. The first base one is table topics. Every senior member always starts with this, table topics. Then the prepared speech, the main body of every meeting. And at last but not least, the evaluation, which balances your meeting. Okay, now let's move to the main manual. The first title is about speech contest rules. Recently we had a table topic contest in which I'm sure that most of you were present, and you have seen some of the factors and what are the role players actually involved inside every contest. So this starts with the contest. You have already contestants, obviously. The contestant participate. Then the MC, you mean that the person who's like the Toastmaster of the evening of that night. The person who actually announces the names. Then the judges, and the counters, I mean the vote counters. We are having some voting, then the vote counter counts, timer, sergeant at arms, and the audience. Why audience inside it? Because the audience have the role of listening. Listening here is very important, because when you listen to the speeches, to the contest, actually you are improving yourself. So listening is very important here as well. Now let's see the main thing. Areas, the leadership opportunities. Let me show you first. Areas, divisions, districts, board of directors, conferences. Now, which one are we right now? Anybody knows?
Areas.
We are unrestricted, none of them. So we don't have any connection to that right now. But maybe, inshallah, one day we will. So what are the benefits of having the area and division and districts and board of directors? I have a flow chart I will show you. But let me show you something about it, then I will, in details I will discuss it. Conferences and conventions, there are seminars, speech contests, and commander lists, and this is the thing. Servers to members. It's very small, I can just explain it to you. A member, when joins a Toastmaster club, starts with the club, then areas, you're going to be under the area, this is for district clubs. Then the division, then for districts, then regions, then board of directors, and last but not the least, board headquarters. So what are the benefits to becoming districted? And what are the limits? What do we need to become districted? We need to have enough clubs so that we can join the territorial council and to be connected to the main board headquarters. So there's lots of benefits. Obviously in unrestricted, the fees is a little lower, but in the districted, you're actually connected to the main board headquarters. So these are the benefits and the things. Now the question may arise that why I put the keeping the commitment as well. Because I thought that, okay, having to become districted and having a number of clubs, around 60 clubs, we have to form in South Pakistan. Sorry? 70 clubs. Okay, it's much more. 70 clubs we have to form so that we become districted. Right now, how many clubs do we have in Pakistan?
13.
Sorry?
13 chartered clubs.
13.
Good standing, yeah.
The last time I checked was 17.
No, the good standing. The good standing.
The good standing, okay. Then 4 of them are actually struggling. So 13 good standing clubs have. And how many are left? You have to compute. So there are lots of way to be a districted. And once we become districted, we may have our own representative in board headquarters. Like every year we have world champion of public speaking. How many of them are Pakistani? How many of them are Indian? Too many. I don't know too many, I mean around 10, something like that. So we have to think seriously about it. This is the time to think about it. And this is time to have a revolution inside Pakistan and become a districted. Now, as we all know, every change starts within. So how we can become a districted? Before that, we should improve our own club and the quality and the thing. I have some flow charts I will show you at the last, but let me show you the keeping the commitment as well. So these are the Toastmaster promise, 10 Toastmaster promise. How many have to remember all? I reminded, but actually I forgot again. So the first one, attend the meeting regularly. Okay, let me start with the first one. How many have to regular in the past 10 weeks? In the past 10 meetings? Okay, 3 or 4. How many of them are not regular? Attending every 10 meetings.
10.
Okay, don't raise your hand. I don't need any embarrassment, but it should be. When you fulfill the first promise, you can go for the second one. What's the second one? To prepare all of our speeches and leadership project to the best of our abilities. As you can just see that there are lots of high quality, impromptu prepared speeches. So this actually became a habit that you have lots of impromptu prepared speeches. Then to prepare and fulfill my meeting assignment, to provide fellow members with helpful constructive evaluation. Now read it with me. To help the club maintain the positive, friendly environment.
Necessary for all.
Can you read or not?
Yes.
So read. Friendly environment necessary for all the members to read, to learn and grow. To serve
My club as an officer when called upon to do so.
to treat,
My fellow club members and our guests with respect and courtesy.
to bring guests to the club meeting so that they can see the benefits of Toastmasters.
Membership offers.
To adhere the guidelines and rules for all the Toastmasters education and recognition. And the main thing is the Toastmasters core values. Now, what are the core values? There are 4 core values.
X, respect, sincerity, honesty,
Respect,
integrity,
integrity,
service,
services, excellence. Exactly. That's correct. So, based on these 10 promises, you can evaluate yourself. Do we have all of them? Don't answer. Actually, when you answer all of them, then on that time you can think, okay, there is a distributed award over there. Can I achieve that? If yes, are you fulfilling the requirements? If yes, then go ahead. So that's why if I brought to my mind that I should bring these sort of things, so that we can just have a revision of that how we should fulfill the promise. Now let me give you some more details about it. I promise to participate by attending the meeting regularly. The first 3 actually about participation, about every member. It's individual. Attend the meeting regularly, carefully preparing my speeches, and fulfilling my assignment. The next 4 actually providing, this is actually more interactive. Providing helpful evaluations, promoting a positive, friendly environment, serving as a club officer, and treating members with guests with respect and courtesy. And the last 3 is more common among all of us. Bringing guests, following guidelines and rules, and observing ethical standards. So these are the things that actually we should follow first. Then we can have a main goal to become a district and have connection with world headquarters. Now, this is a very interesting chart. How to move toward the upward spiral. Actually, when I found it, it was very interesting. I can spend hours for this. It starts from here. Great clubs meeting. When you achieve when you show any quality towards your members and guests, what will happen? The members will get energy. They will get more energized. Then the members will bring guests. Then the guests are impressed. Actually, can have a connection as well. Guests join as a member, and the new leaders and new members. And this is one of the indirect way to become district, because when we have new members, they are obliged to make new clubs. And when we have new clubs, we are more close to become a territorial concept. Okay, let me ask you something. How many of you were present where DTM Farzana came and presented? Yes? How many of you? Okay, a lot. She said lots of things about territorial concept and what are the benefits. So it means that actually I don't want to repeat those, but it is a good thing that start with yourself. Have your core values. Plus, let me give you an example from tonight's meeting. Like, we had so many role players, and everybody have their own, the manual thing that each role has a description. So why not reading from it? Like the late DTM Maza Jamil, the grand DTM, once told me, because I didn't read it, and he told me that you should read from the manual. So when you don't read it, you reading means literally reading. Then when you don't read it, you're actually inventing something. So that's not good. The best way thing is to start opening it and read it, and life goes on. This is one of the ways. And there are so many ways as well. So this actually a good club, the presence. What about the bad club? Avoid the downward spiral. When we have poor meetings, membership are tired. Some members they're fed up. They said that why should we join? They should go back. Then the limited number of guests, they don't bring guests because they are not motivated. Then the guests are unimpressed. Then when they're not impressed, the guests don't return. And when not return, low energy, and we have to fed up with those officers that we have. So this is another cycle that can actually have the 180-degree effect. One quotation I hear that is very similar to this. It says that hard time creates strong man. Strong man creates good time. Good time creates weak man, and weak man create hard time. Hard time. So, as a member of Expert Toastmaster Club since 2015, actually I've left it in some quite wise, but I saw a quite circle of this quotation. There were several days that we were the Expert Toastmaster Club was struggling. There was some sort of circle of this. some of them are laughing. But so this circle, I saw that, and it was a hard time. But actually, those hard times created strong men, and those strong men create good times. I can see we are in a good time. And I don't know what would be the next step. We are going to have, you know what I'm going to say. But inshallah, we're going to have strong men. It's a good time with a strong man. So this is a challenge. Long and short. This is a challenge. We got a role, and every one of you have a role on your shoulder to spread the message of Toastmasters and help so that we become a territorial council or a district, so that we can have our own main dream. Long and short, I think, how much time do you have?
1 minute.
Okay, I've finished. So, what should I conclude, Okay, let me give you something in short. My next project is about Better Speaker series. I've selected 2. I will be opening about how to open a club and how to open a speech, and it will be very wonderful. Over to you.